Busno GG. And so this is a very interesting pick. Excited to see this one. Actually have not seen Ravenor in any of these games yet, I don't think. To my memory. How about you?
Ravenor I have not seen, no, but it was picked. Didn't Asaf play it once?
Maybe.
Or am I?
mean,
Yeah, no, I
my
think he
memory is
played
certainly
it.
not perfect, but I'm
No,
a
mine
fan of
neither
this
for
hero.
sure. But it's a fun hero, yeah. Like it's one of the few carries that I enjoyed playing because I'm not a carry player in any shape or form. I don't really enjoy it. It's kind of boring. But he's a little bit more active, right? He can jump in
Oh,
and catch
absolutely.
people. So he's quite fun to play. And I mean, if there's one thing we learned from last game, these are active games. There was a buttload of kills last game.
Yeah,
There
and I
was
mean, I think
almost
he
30
works.
kills, almost 30 kills at 19 minutes.
Was there? I didn't even keep my eyes on
Yeah.
the scoreboard. I just looked at the action. Looks like this is going to be a dual lane Pebbles. Monarch and Pebbles kind of chilling behind this tier 2 mid tower. Um, and then Rally and Ravenor in the bottom. So they're actually doing something a little bit different. Maybe not committing to a tri lane out of the gate. As we do see the expected tri lane from DB making its way into the top lane against the solo Hag. So Sodalidium, a little bit of a different situation here, where Sodalidium is playing the solo short Hag, and Doze playing the Pebbles in the mid lane together with What You Got. So trying to eliminate Alonia's ability to have a good time against the Pebbles, is, I think he would. Alonia is a bit of a frustrating hero against a slow melee like Pebbles, but being babysitted by Monarch out of the gate here is going to be very nice for him. But of course, they're going to yield total free farm to the FA. But seems like they are going to be winning 2 lanes in compensation. So Ravenor and Pebble getting a healthy start here, at least on the first wave or two.
It
But
appears Alonia's doing quite nicely already, in all fairness.
yeah, still cleaning up 2 last hits. But he's pushing the lane forward, so he will have to be playing very safe in the next couple of waves, as the lane position is going to be probably across the river.
He pushes it in so it comes back and then he has a better chance hopefully, but yeah. I just love this Monarch avatar.
The
It's so
skin?
cool.
What
Its
is it?
skin is so cool.
It's like a
The
little
Robo something, it's so cool.
Robo Fairy.
Completely unimportant, but I don't know, I just love it.
There's not a whole lot happening here. As, we're probably gonna miss a kill anyway, right? We're in a bad habit of that. No, try not to do that. Keep our eyes peeled.
We have a nice cameraman. He gets them usually. So
Right.
we trust in him. We trust. It's a Ravenor rally lane. Put Ravenor bottom with a support that has the ability to rotate if he needs to. So you're securing all your lanes. Or if not securing,
Alonia actually is under fire here in the mid lane. She's trying to gain some space, but she actually is going to fall very quickly to Pebbles and Monarch. So actually, seems I was right in my prediction that she needed to be careful there on top of that creep wave. So very, very important kill coming out for the dual lane in the mid. Excellent stuff, but here comes the flank from Magnus. Going to connect a stun onto Wretched Hag, but Andromeda just too far away to make any sort of follow-up happen.
Yeah, no, I think Hellborn has their lanes down to a T, because Rally is down here to make sure that Ravenor gets his farm. Yep. Stopping the pulls as much as he can and stuff, and also has the ability to rotate mid if it does come to the Magnus rotating mid, which he is doing. So they have so many options, and they have so much flexibility, and they have their lanes covered. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of exactly the way that they're running this as well. That Bloodlust on Pebbles is going to be super nice to have, as he is over 400 GPM at the moment. Going to be getting an early pair of Steam Boots here following his Boots bottle pickup. And Rally is actually flanking here in the mid. He's going to connect to Compel. No, he's not. It's going to miss on Alonia. The double stun comes out from Magnus. The Crippling Pollen will stop spells from Alonia briefly, and they are able to walk away. So unfortunately, that Compel stun missing. Just not able to set up that kill onto Alonia. It feels like she would have certainly died, even if Magnus got that nice stun, if that Compel hit, but not so.
putting every single piece of power they have into shutting down this Alonia. They're not going to give her anything. And because they made this move, right, now Hag's going to get some XP top. She's not going to have that big of an issue getting some maybe if not farm, she's going to be able to sit in front and get some XP in this lane. So
yeah, Andromeda doing a pretty good job of forcing her back out of XP range. But, you know, FA has got the 370 GPM start, just finished the Steam Boots. And so really, you know, it's just going to be up to Hellborn to figure out a way to kind of stop FA's progress later in the game, or maybe even right now, as Pebbles picks up an Invis walking to the top lane. And they are going to spot Forsaken Archer, and I think there was a blind. They are just going to dump the Pebbles combo onto Andromeda, deciding that Forsaken Archer was just too far away. Taking what they can get, Pebbles just porting back to the mid lane very quickly. But, you know, Ravenor having a pretty decent start himself, 300 GPM in the bottom lane, so obviously not as great as Forsaken Archer, but the fact that they have this explosive Pebbles GPM plus this, you know, stable Ravenor game is reading really well for them in the early stages.
I like it. Yeah, because that's like the only thing that they're not doing with this lineup is that they're not really acknowledging the FA, but they're just banking on Ravenor to have such good farm anyway, and he has tools to get out.
Watch out, Ravenor in a little bit of trouble here, as there are 3 heroes in the bottom lane, but the jig is up. All 3 heroes have been spotted. Now Ravenor and Rally know to play safe, and it's a really tough spot for them to be able to go on Ravenor, as Rally is just sitting behind him ready to push him out with the spell. So, but Pharaoh about to hit level 6, and in the mid lane, Toss comes out onto Alonia. Monarch trying to throw down the Crippling Falling onto Alonia, but the Stalagmites are not going to be there. The Chrysalis going to try and save Monarch's life, but he is going to fall to the final auto attack of Alonia. Smackdown, making it come out in style. So Alonia, you know, getting shut down in the early part of this lane phase, but still not doing too bad at 250 GPM, honestly, all things considered.
He's sitting on 23 last hits to the 30 of Pebbles. I mean, Pebbles has 2 kills, so that helps, of course, on the GPM. But considering they put so much into top lane.
If you're Forsaken Archer, you are in a lot of trouble here as you take a Compel into a Crippling Fallen, and Sonar Screams come out, and Forsaken Archer getting addressed earlier than we may have thought.
Yeah, it's really good.
Surprised by the port of Monarch into the top lane. Very, very nice kill coming out, shutting her down. Ravenor, unfortunately, having to play very safe as Rally disappears from the bottom lane, giving him support, but I think it is a price they're willing to pay as they take out FA this early on.
It's a good rotation for sure. Like, those are the 2 you have to shut down here, the Alonia and the FA. Like, the Pharaoh's gonna get his level 6 at some point anyway, and he has it already. Nobody really cares about the Pharaoh, and he doesn't care about dying, but he's gonna go
into the mid lane. He wants to go on this Pebbles, but Pebbles pretty tanky here. He's got the Chrysalis Monarch behind him. It's actually a level 2 Chrysalis, and he actually has Mystic Vestments ready as well on top of 950 HP. So they are setting up for him. They're going to spot the Monarch, but Monarch's pretty far away, and here comes the full force of Magnus trying to connect the Lava Surge, taking auto attacks. There it is. Here's the Wrath of the Pharaoh. Andromeda's even here as well, but the Pebbles combo comes out on top of Magnus and Pharaoh, getting them both very low. The Ball Lightning is going to miss for Ravenor, but he is dumping in auto attacks into Alonia, but the Comet Stun going to stop his advance for the moment, but the Compel Stun will miss. But Wretched Hag is here trying to get a Sonar Scream. Blink Sun finishes Alonia off, and now Andromeda just takes 2 quick auto attacks from Ravenor and dies as well. Magnus better be careful. Lava surges away from Rally, and it is a 2-for-1. So they lose Pebbles, who gets slowed down quite a bit by that exchange, but find 2 in return. So all in all, probably a slight advantage for the Hellborn side, but they do have a lot of ports committed to make that happen.
They get a kill on their carry. That's nice. Like, he gets a kill on Ravenor gets a kill for himself, which is some nice money he wants. There's a Pharaoh behind the tower Invis here. He's chilling.
Yeah, okay.
He has... Are they gonna catch this poor little butterfly? No, they're not.
Deciding it's too close to the tower. He was going to scout out the Pebbles rotation here, I think, or actually may have just missed it.
Does he have follow-up? Can Alonia get there? No, I don't think she can. They can get the Hag top though. She's dead immediately with the combo from the Forsaken and the Andrew right there. As mid?
Yep, mid. Monarch is taking auto attacks, and actually the Chrysalis comes out in nice fashion. Pebbles going to be putting the combo out onto Alonia. It's actually going to slightly miss. And here comes the Wrath of the Pharaoh onto Pebbles, surrounded by 3, but he's trapped in the wall, but finishes off Alonia. Here's the Lava Surge, 2-man stun onto Pebbles and Ravenor. Ravenor throwing down the ball lightning. It's going to connect onto Pharaoh. The toss comes out for extra damage. The compel, the stun lockdown is here, and Pharaoh is going to go down. The second kill coming out for Ravenor. He's enjoying it, has the finished Steam Boots. Very, very nicely played by Busk no GG.
This is a different game. I mean, obviously it's a different game, but it's a... Now it's their turn to show off what they got, and they are. It's fun to see these switches. Like, there's no team of the top 4 teams that have been in the top 4 the last cycles, that they're all like, they're winning and losing back and forth to each other. There is no clear one team, which is very interesting.
Absolutely not, but here we go. We've got a 3v3 brewing here. Actually, positions are revealed by that Pharaoh Rocket. Rally takes the stun combo, actually going to get fully locked down by the crippling, but actually gets saved by the Chrysalis now. Forsaken Archer taking a lot of damage from Wretched Hag. Compel is going to miss on Rally. Here's the Pebbles combo, just deleting Magnus.
Ravenor is here, he wants to catch Alonia.
Trying to catch something. Not going to be able to, though. Just barely missed her.
Yes.
Uh-oh, Pebbles. She's actually getting sandwiched here. She's going to take this ball lightning, and now she is dead to rights. Guaranteed. Puppet Soul finding a death here. Not what he wanted.
4 deaths.
Yep. He's
Last
still
game
doing
he had 5-0 something, and then he died. This game he's 2-4-1. This is not how we usually see him.
He's still okay though at 275 GPM. I mean, I know he can come back, and especially on a hero like Alonia, it farms so fast. But you know, Ravenor is a very interesting carry pick because of the way that it's able to just explode into the game. I mean, if you can just get kind of curious what the item build is going to be for Ravenor, because I see it so seldomly. You know, I know that items like Elder are very strong on it. You know, Dawnbringer obviously a clear choice sometimes, but I expect a very early PK, probably not as a first item, but maybe as a second. But the Compel Stun comes out on Pharaoh, followed up with the Ball Lightning. The Comet Stun is going to stop Ravenor's ability to cast his Ball Lightning. He actually gets trapped in the wall, and the Hellfire Ticks are going to finish him off, so Panty sucks on Ravenor finding his first death of the game, and that was very well coordinated by Andromeda and Pharaoh.
Absolutely.
Rally looking to put that Compel onto Pharaoh, and he actually needs to be careful. So, I mean, gosh, gotta hand it to Janko here on Pharaoh. Just playing phenomenally this game. Really liking seeing him play his... strut his stuff, I should say.
Strut his stuff.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, in his own top lane, Pharaoh, like, Forsaken is sitting on 112 last hits, dude.
Oh yeah, 500 GPM. He's just quietly ascending the GPM starts, you know, GPM's charts. He tanked that death one time, but honestly, he has just been up there since we took our eyes off of him for about 4 minutes. It seems like Wretched Hag needs to be careful. Here she goes. He takes the Lava Surge, but they have no vision to dump auto attacks onto her, and just a couple of seconds left until Piercing Arrows came up, so not going to be able to finish him off that way. But certainly a lead here starting to brew for Danava Brigada. 2k gold in their advantage, most of it in the pocket of FA. Pebbles getting stun comboed. Here's the crippling volley. She is going to be saved by the Chrysalis. Now Magnus is taking a lot of damage as well. He's going to fall to the auto attack of Pebbles. Here's the Wrath of the Pharaoh. It's actually going to miss. Alonia throwing long range spells. FA going to be able to run away for the moment, but here's Ravenor on the flanks. He's actually going to run into Alonia, put everything down on her. He actually needs to be careful. The double compel stun, but here's FA for the cleanup. The unexpected turn by FA is actually going to save Alonia, but not for long as Hag blinks in and finishes her off. Forsaken Archer trying to make something happen through the Chrysalis. It will. And it is a 3-for-1 big turn by FA, who narrowly escaped there at the beginning of that exchange.
And then the Alonia too, she did die in the end, but she was alive for so long, and you have to kill her fast, otherwise she's gonna get a bunch of spells off, right? She has so low cooldowns. And the Alonia had illusion rune, so she was taking the bottom tower while they were fighting top. She had her illusions bottom. So it was even more of a disaster for the Hellborn team as the gold swing just jumps over to the other side.
Yeah, and I'm impressed by how she's actually managed to stay toe-to-toe with Alonia here, or with Pebbles. You know, she's only 80 GPM behind this dual lane Pebbles, who actually picks up a portal key, by the way. So portal key Pebbles in the game, definitely something that they need to be wary of. Though they do have a pretty large lead, this could be some sort of momentum shift starting to take place with an item on a hero like this. And he's actually going to be in the sights of Pebbles here in the bottom lane. Now, Andromeda is near, and I don't think Pebbles can take out a Forsaken Archer himself, as he has to realize that. But yeah, Wretched Hag is actually able to blink away from this Alonia Magnus, but not for long, as Alonia is hasted and will end up falling. So nice little kill coming out for Puppet Soul, who now has 1,000 gold banked up, and kind of curious what item he decides to prioritize here. Has that finished Sackstone. Okay, here Pebbles and Monarch eyeing down Forsaken Archer, but here's the ports into the bottom lane. It's going to be Pharaoh who actually hits the long-range Tormented Soul and might be able to connect the Wrath of the Pharaoh on this Monarch who's trying to escape. Is he going to get it? He's probably not going to commit, as there would be no team support nearby, but Magnus and Rally going to bump into each other in the jungle. Rally turning around, looking to potentially get a stun set up on the Magnus, but nobody really is in range. Magnus just goes ahead and commits the Lava Surge for the escape.
The Gnome's wisdom finished on the Alonia, and she also took the top tower. This guy is just everywhere, dude.
Yeah, first it was the illusions, now it's the real thing. He actually has a Gnome's wisdom now, as he is smoking into the mid lane. And I mean, look at the level that he has on Pebbles. He actually is matched, fully matched GPM-wise with Pebbles.
Absolutely.
So, you know, gotta hand it to Puppet Soul here. Just doing phenomenally in the second game. And their team has just really comprised a noticeable lead here. I mean, 7,000 gold. Large chunk of it being the 3 tier 1 towers that they have taken and haven't lost one of their own yet. Which is impressive, honestly. The fact that, I mean, yeah, it just comes from the strength of Alonia to keep a dual lane at bay, long range, can prevent his tower from getting pushed, right? Because he can just glacial spike it all day.
Pretty darn good. What is the Ravener gonna go for? Do you think he goes for the early blink?
It kind of seems like that's what they need to do. Yeah, I mean, look at FA's GPM at the moment, 580. Like, this guy is just out of control right now. And, okay, Pebbles is actually going to run into Andromeda, but able to blink away from that Comet stun, so very nicely done. But yeah, look at Alonia here in the bottom lane, just putting some pressure onto the tier 2 tower. And here comes Pebbles with the blink, but Alonia understands that she's out of position, and Ravenor... Yeah, Ravenor almost picked her off, but what you got going to be falling here on Monarch.
Trying to counter ward. So he saw that ward, right? Yeah, he popped the sentry, so he knows there's a ward there.
Right.
So even if he didn't kill it, he knows there's a ward there now, which is useful information for sure.
Yeah, I mean, let's, what items have I missed being purchased here?
Sackstone on the Hag, Striders on Monarch, the Blink on Andromeda? Is that what I just saw?
You may have seen that. That's actually very impressive. Certainly coming from all those tower kills.
But like, is that what you want?
Like, I think maybe in some situations, just because it allows him to stay so far away from FA and still save her, right? Kind of the risky thing about playing Andromeda sometimes is, you know, if you're relying on just the range of Void Rip, you actually have to stay kind of close to your carry. But I mean, now the Void Rip range is essentially been extended by 1100.
True. You look at it that way, yeah. And there's no PK yet on the Magnus. Like she could be a pseudo initiator if she wants to. If they get the jump properly on Legion, they don't necessarily need the save for the FA.
So Ravenor decides to commit to the PK. So, and I think this is the right move. They understand that they can't let the pace of this game go on as it is. They're not going to be able to match the FA at all. As she already has a Nullfire 3 completed on top of a Firebrand, and you can just see her demolishing these these two triples right here at the medium and hard location. And we've already got Puzzle Box 2 on Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Like it's looking real hard to win for Hellborn as they actually get a jump here onto Magnus. Bat Blast was committed, but you know, it is the lowest farmer on the Legion team that they find at only 159 GPM, but some kill is better than no kill.
Yeah, and it's also you're delaying his PK, like that's worth it any day. But I think the Ravenor, there's the Puzzle Box 3, that's a big timing for the Legion team.
Uh-oh.
They're gonna take advantage of it bottom.
Onto Rally, and Rally is gonna fall. Tries to compel out, but not in time. Because the auto attacks finish him off. And Aloni actually gonna get gone on by Pebbles and Monarch. Is she gonna fall? Yes, she will. That's a very nice kill for Monarch and Pebbles if they can escape. Forsaken Archer is smoked, looking to try and make something happen, but not going to be able to get a return kill. So, yeah.
I like the blink on the Ravenor also because he doesn't need damage right now, right? Because they have Pebbles and Hag and Rally to bring the early game damage. So if he can help provide the lockdown, he also has of course, his abilities that allows him to deal damage as well, of course, but still, like, he's not the... Yeah?
He has an impressive burst combo himself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And, you know, if they can delete a key hero or two, like you're saying, with the Pebbles combo, the Wretched Hag, Bat Blast, and maybe even a Seismic Slam, Rally gets in there and assists the kill, and that's another nice kill that they find onto Wretched Hag, or onto Magnus, and the gold credit, kill credit goes to Pebbles, so... not sure exactly what item Pebbles is going to be able to start putting progress towards. Probably Staff of the Master, maybe Spell Shards, or perhaps even... I think I've seen them go Shrunken Head right after PK just because they feel like they need to be the main frontliner and stay alive. So wouldn't be surprised to see that either. Geo's Bane being finished on Forsaken Archer, but what I was going to say, just to finish my thought about Ravenor, is, you know, if they can delete some key heroes with the burst combos that they have, as they do have a plethora of them, then Ravenor will actually gain some natural damage from the ulti charges, and then he can kind of run down the remainder of the players. So I think PK, you know, already said it once, but worth reiterating. Definitely the right pickup here. And they're not doing too bad. I mean, they're definitely behind, but there's still space for them to find some way to take out this victory. Yeah.
Wrath of the Pharaoh, or not the Wrath, the ult. Yeah, it is the Wrath of the Pharaoh. Yeah, it barely misses the Hag.
I didn't miss that. Hopefully the camera, or I missed that. Hopefully the camera did not. Pebble smoked in his own jungle, has a glowstone, so deciding to go the route of Staff of the Master, which I really like. Double smoke, Wretched Hag, and Pebbles, so they're looking to start something here. Maybe getting a jump off of FA, but Andromeda is here, ready for the swap, and Pharaoh will not have the Wrath of the Pharaoh initiation for 30 more seconds. And not going to have anything happen here. Maybe. Hold that thought.
Come on.
It seems like they are just waiting for Wrath of the Pharaoh to come up. Just need 15 seconds. Here's the swap under Rally. He's actually able to compel himself out, but he will end up falling. Pebbles blinks in with the stun, but gets stunned himself, and there's the piercing arrows. Here's the cleansing wind to help save them. Ravenor is in the front lines, but he and Pebbles both get deleted. And now Wretched Hag tried to Bat Blast from the back, but she blinks in as well, and it's a hat trick for Forsaken Archer under this tier 2 tower. Monarch, the lone hero standing, and they are going to certainly get this tower, and maybe even decide to put their sights on the tier 3 as the fortification was used. And the concede vote!
From Legion?
No! This early? Oh, from Legion. Okay, I can't read. I just hear the sound.
That's BM. Come on, guys.
A little bit of a BM, yeah. Why you gotta do that? Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it was believable from the, you know, Hellborn perspective, but I think that you know, obviously it's match point from their perspective, so they're probably going to play it out until it is certainly done, but it's definitely a steep hill to climb. Look at FA's GPM.
Yeah, the FA GPM, yeah, she's a big one. Like instead of committing by Hellborn, they get caught in a wonky position, and then they try to make it good again by going in after Rally is already dead. So Ravenor jumps into the FA ulti. Like it's a little bit I don't know what the word for it. It's kind of wonky. I don't know. Stuttery.
I think wonky is fitting. Wonky is fitting.
Yeah, because they wanted to go, and it's like, oh shit, they got him, and then they know they're in a good position to go, right? Because they're under their own tower and stuff. But it just didn't happen the way that I wanted it, and then they stutter, and then it gets a little bit messy. So having someone right there to be like, get back, stop, like to just call it, like get back is something you need.
I don't know if you're seeing this.
What am I seeing?
Forsaken Archer has a portal key in her inventory, which I don't hate, but it is very, let's just say, it feels a little disrespectful, but actually at the same time, not really, I will say, just because she has so much more gold value than everybody else that she can actually decide to put a portal key in her inventory, right? I mean, it's basically kind of dropping down her gold per minute by like 100 at this stage. So she's still basically a 600 GPM FA, but now she has blink, so she has that double damage activated. So they're gonna find that Kong kill.
Sound of that double damage, and they immediately TP bottom. They want to catch these guys who also both have PKs, and they're just gonna opt to get out of there.
Yep. So they're gonna be going. Well, Wretched Hag is getting gone on by Alonia, and a nice little haunt disjoint there by Alonia, and Wretched Hag does fall because she gets connected by the stun of Magnus,
who now has his PK as well. Like, maybe it's just a goal for everyone to have a PK.
Well, Magnus, it definitely makes sense, but we were talking about how he got picked off several times earlier, and they definitely would have prevent him from getting it.
Bottom?
They are going to eventually get it. Yeah, Ravenor. Okay, FA is actually going to get a Seismic Slam. She will fall to Ravenor, but Ravenor will fall himself to the Piercing Arrows, and now Rally trying to juke and jive, but he is running into Andromeda. Pebbles actually, unfortunately, blinks into the trees, has to burn the Stalagmites cooldown to get out. Now the Lava Surge comes out into the Eruption. He's going to take a lot of damage here. He's quite tanky with that Glowstone and Mystic Vestments, but here's Alonia to join the party. It's a full genocide here as they eye down that bottom tier 3 tower, and indeed FA is still up as she bought back. And it looks like she's probably not going to join her team in the bottom lane and decide to just continue pushing into the mid-tier lane, the mid-tier 3. Magnus blinks into... Gosh, that is a dieback. No, it's not a dieback. That's just a respawn on Wretched Hag, but she gets cornered by 4 heroes. And 2 tier 3 towers fall. It's a 22k gold lead. This could be a double Rax here right at the 27-minute mark, and a legit concede coming out from the Hellborn side, and that is it. Cycle 4 are going to be taken down by Denava Brigada in pretty dominating fashion, taking out their opponents of Busk, no GG, in 2-0 fashion. Very, very well played and very respectable performance.